Okay, and I am back. I knew I said I was going to hold off and do another video, but you know what? I'm kind of bored and I wanted to get rid of some inventory, meaning I have these cracked nails and I figured, well, let's experiment on these. And to do that, we're going to open up a new set of brushes I got off of Amazon. You know, I always forget to look at the vendor before I do these videos. Whatever, I'll post it online on the description. It was a set of 3 brushes. I believe I paid $12 for this. It was obviously on sale. Oh, good, and they come with little tubes. I was worried I would have to... Look at that, it's a Modelones vendor. Anyway, I was worried I was gonna have to leave them out and drying in the open, but now I feel a little better. So this set came with a size 8, 10, and 12. Honestly, I'm most familiar using the 12, but that's because, I don't know, that's what I started with. So for this video, I guess since we're experimenting, right? I guess we can start with the 8. I know it's mostly it's mostly used for doing designs and things of the sort, but we will see. Oh God, this thing is stiff as a rock. So I have to break this up. I know that you're supposed to kind of comb through it in a way. At least this is what I saw somebody else do, but oh, this is kind of stressing me out that it looks like this. I'm hoping I didn't just ruin a brand new brush. Anyways, maybe we'll just soak it in monomer and let it do its thing, because I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah. All right, we're gonna fill up our little receptacle. I don't have a lot in here. I kind of just want it to soak and do its thing. Okay, much better. Yay. Let's flatten that baby out and get all the juices all up in there. Oh, look at it. It's nice and oval now. Beautiful. That's great. All right. Well, I don't know how long you're supposed to wait before you use a brand new brush. Like, how should I let it soak longer? I have no idea. But you know what? Just to be safe, I will let it soak. And while it's soaking, let me put the cap on this because it reeks like you will not believe. What I wanted to experiment on was using dip powder. So I honestly am not a huge fan of dip because it's just, look at this. If I had to do long nails, I always have to do the, you know, pour over method, and sometimes it just doesn't reach the places I want it to reach, and you end up, it gets messy. I'm just not that good at it. So what I was going to do is experiment and see if we could use dip as acrylic, because essentially they're the same thing, are they not? You know, I don't know. But what I want to do is combine. I was gonna try and do like a boomer nail. Do these 2 colors. Oops, right here. Will they look good? I have no idea. But you know what? Again, we're experimenting. So here we go. I'm not even gonna bother filing this piece of plastic because, again, if it doesn't end up bonding itself back together to a usable point, I'm just gonna toss it. I was gonna throw them away anyway, so All right, well, I don't even know how to start. I don't know what to do. All right, we're going to take a little bit of our brown. Oh, okay, that's kind of a lot. I don't know. What is this texture? Oh my goodness. Ew. What in the, oh my gosh, I almost knocked over my monomer. Woo! Okay, now will it stay like this? I have no idea. Okay, now there's too much monomer. Jeez Louise. Clearly I used too much dip, so we're just gonna swipe some of it out anyway. How am I supposed to get this to stay, I wonder? Not a freaking clue. I can tell you it's not going to dry well. Ugh. It's like see-through. It's disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not a fan. Is this supposed to do this? Is this normal? I don't know. Again, I've never done this, so I have no idea. But hey, look at this brush. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. What if, hold on. I have an idea. We will try adding some clear acrylic into the mix. I don't know how to do this. Maybe like dip it in the clear first, then move right away onto this, and then move here. Okay, it's a little easier to work with. Yes, it's not like a blob of whatever that was, but look at how it's mixing. That's the problem, actually. It's not mixing. All right, so mixing with acrylic, like dipping and dipping, is not, it's not ideal. But what if we topped it? You know? I have no idea. Oh, maybe, okay, so the acrylic is essentially still wet, right? What if we just dump this on top? Will it, I mean, it seems to be blending okay. I'm trying to see if using the clear acrylic as some sort of like base coat, in a sense, if that makes a difference. And I think it kind of did. So, I mean, this nail still looks horrible, I'm not gonna lie. But, hey, the color is kind of sticking to this. Now, if only we could get it to be the same kind of solid consistency everywhere else. All right, I think we have a winner, guys. Use a clear acrylic as base. And then immediately go on to your dip so that it mixes in with the acrylic that way. Wow, this changed colors. That's interesting. Whoop. Super goopy, but hey, I think it's working. Ooh. Gotta clean that brush heavily. Ugh, no, my gorgeous pink. This is why I started with the gray, because you don't want the dark colors to blend into the top like that. It's always better when the lights blend down. Okay, well, it's a little funky, but I think we have a method down. So we're gonna let this one dry. If it dries, I don't even know if it will. Let me just clean my brush here. I will say, this was a great purchase. I think, I cannot remember how much I paid for these. I'm terrible about buying things and then they get here and I'm always like, oh, I'm going to do a review on this. So I let it sit and then I forget who the vendor is, how much I paid for it. I forget all the details that you guys want to know while I'm filming. But don't worry, it will be in the comments. Just be sure to look for that there if you're interested. Okay, brush is looking good. Woo! Hey, okay, let's try it again. But this time we will do, oh my gosh, this nail is huge, the small one. This time we will do obviously the clear acrylic first, and then we'll do the dark gray first, and then we'll start our boomer nail from the top with the pink afterwards. So if we just put our clear coat, oh my god, this thing is moving. Ugh. Another tip, put enough putty on there so that you don't run into that issue while you're doing this. I did wipe my brush before dipping in the dip powder just because I remember how it gets like this, all runny and clayey looking. Ugh. All right, I mean, not too bad, not too bad. If only I could just get this thing to stop moving. There we go. All right, let's keep trying here. Ooh, look at that application, it's lumpy. If it even becomes, you know, fileable, if that's a good way to say it. If you can even get it to do that, it's going to be a lot of filing for sure. So here I'm adding another coat of the clear. That way I can add a bit more of the color here, because personally I thought it was a little weak in the gray area. So hey, if this is gonna work, then might as well go all in, you know? And I'm trying to keep it smooth, you guys, but it's very runny. It's like a weird, you see that? It's almost like working with sand in a way. It's interesting. It's a very interesting texture. I don't like it. Don't like it. Not one bit. All right. Ugh. Well, it's a little smoother, just a little bit. Now we're gonna go another dab of clear for our base up here. And since it's taking me quite a bit to move it around, I'm not gonna do all of it just yet. Now we're gonna do our dip. Packing it in there. I'm packing it. I'm packing it. I'm packing it. Pack it, baby. This pink doesn't blend the same way as the gray also. The gray is very sandy-like. This almost makes you hopeful that it'll work because you can see the consistency was a little like, oh, hey, it's actually kind of blending like acrylic. Then I don't know, it actually dries up or something. And now I'm literally just having to do this because it fucking sucked. Oh, pardon my French. Ah, lovely. This is so lovely. All right, let's see. Can we save it? Can we add more clear to get more pink in here? Whoa. You see how it just runs everywhere? All right, well, I will say my hopes were high for a bit, but we tried it 2 ways, and I personally think it's a fail. Yeah. All right, that one is wet. Let's see what the, oh, I never closed my monomer and I almost spilled it again. Let's see what this one feels like. Oh, do you see that? There is no hardness. Oh, wow. It's like goopy. It's interesting. Oh, all right, so that never dried. Obviously, it looks like the top here wanted to, but it didn't. Everything's still very tacky. So the pink feels sticky. The gray is just, I don't know how to describe it, almost like clay. It's weird. Okay, but to conclude this video, you cannot treat, well, I don't know if it's a brand issue either. So, I mean, assuming it is, you cannot treat Azure Dip, this brand, whatever it may be, however you pronounce it, you cannot mix this with monomer and treat it as if it were acrylic. Unless I did something wrong. If any of you guys have suggestions, please let me know, because I do have a bunch of these that I would like to experiment. I mean, the colors are beautiful, so especially for fall. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. Till next time.